Well, all good things come to an end, and I'm back at work. Not that I don't enjoy my work, but if I could stop tomorrow, I probably would now. Hey, Jack, thank you so much for that lovely box of things you sent us. How fascinating, how thoughtful, what interesting things to get. Yes, yeah, just lovely. You know where the keyring is. It's on board Orion, attached to the starter key, and I can't wait for it to grow a diesely, oily patina. Have a lovely worn-in look. Oh yeah, that we will treasure that. And you sent us two actually, so I don't know where the other one will end up. Maybe in a cabinet as a collector's piece, kept clean, and maybe the mugs too. Maybe we won't risk breaking them. Maybe we'll put them in our collection of stuff, which you will remember maybe from many years ago. um, you maybe remember a collection of stuff here that sits here in what we call the fonging room. The fonging room being the place where you sit and have a drink and a yarn, and and one has some nice pieces, yeah, like the old stick barometer, yeah. That's right. So we might put the mugs in this cabinet, and then if we can't do much about earthquakes, but earthquakes aside, hopefully they won't get damaged, and we'll have them to treasure forever. Now, meanwhile, of course, your Chris Watson on the weather report has and the Angus Budge and the Angus Budge quote on Instagram have got me in a mood where I'm thinking about sound, as I can see you are. I am fascinated to think about your journey with analog and digital, as a matter of fact. And I was thinking that you should probably have some huge, you should probably have some huge brass horn or something that you set up for them to speak into, rather like your wonderful Victorian camera. But when I think that you were so analog and so chemical for years, and you resisted digital, and then you mastered digital with your printing services, and now you have so cleverly combined analog and digital in this lifeboat station project, and now the digital sound. And I must say, the sounds on board Orion I find far more moody, evocative, so much better that they tell the story sometimes than the pictures. Well, I don't mean your pictures, your wonderful pictures. I mean the pictures you get on, say, a cell phone video camera. But the sounds of the filling the kettle in the morning and lighting the gas and calling down the hatch, do you want tea or coffee? And the rattle of heaving up the anchor, and the starting of the engine, and the birds in the bush that go double double cheep cheep, double double cheep cheep, and things like that. I might get one of those little Zoom things myself for my birthday or something, and a big socky microphone to keep the goddamn wind noise out. you, obviously something you've mastered. Yeah. And these songs from the shipyard. I mean, there's one particular song on there, Fairfield Crane, which is a song I've known all my life for some reason. I don't know where I first heard it, but God, it takes you back. We're pretty interested in sound here, as you see. We try to do a bit better than average using Mac stuff, and here is the man, of course, and doesn't he remind you of Alec from Gardenstown in so many ways?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, thanks for that. I'll take it just when we're 100 meters over.
How old is he?
In the old days, the coxswain was almost always at the helm. he might be at the helm 20 hours, and it was, I've had stories of coxswains being carried out of
Ah, yeah, this is such wonderful stuff.
I was born in the shadow of a fair field grey, when the blast of a freighter's horn was the very first sound that reached my ear on the morning I was born. As I lay and I listened to the shipyard sound coming out of the
I don't know where I first heard it. I'm amazed by big steamers. I just love big steamers. Fantastic.
Where are you going to? Oh, you big steamer.
That's how I must have felt when I was about 9, looking at the ships in the lower pool in London.
We are going
And
to fetch you.
this one, Monkey Dung Man, that has some Tom Waits influences. Definitely, I think. So, yes, listen to that. Rain Dogs, Swordfish Trombone. I'm not sure what Monkey Dang Man is. The Urban Dictionary says it's just a sort of shit slinger. I don't know if that's it, or if in the Newcastle shipyards it's got some other meaning. I'll have to listen to the lyrics carefully. The so I fancy I fancy I can see where you're going with this. I think I can see where you're going with this. You're collecting a lot of audio footage, and then I think you're going to assemble it into something wonderful. I wonder if you've heard these people, the Unthanks, live in Newcastle. Perhaps you have. Perhaps you know them. Wouldn't that be wonderful? Wouldn't some specially commissioned songs be wonderful? Maybe these are the sorts of things you're thinking. Yeah. Oh, great. Now, there were some other things in that box which I don't know how much I've explored them yet. Ah, yes. Well, now this I shall treasure, and I will keep very carefully. Probably in the fire safe actually, because when we appeared in some publications with Amazon, we tended to give away our copies to people we liked and valued and knew would enjoy to read, but then we we never had a copy ourselves. So should you ever run out of these and say, "Dad, can I get that back? I don't have any copies left." We might still have this. Oh gosh, it's wonderful. I will show it to friends here in the house, but I won't let it leave the house because it's just too wonderful. Thank you very much for that, and I'm sure that they are like gold dust. Gosh, scary, scary guy. You probably know him. No, he's not scary at all. Ah, yes, and the Nina mugs. What's the name of Steve Visu's ship? We're getting like this now. We're older, you know. Takes a little bit to retrieve things from the brain.
Are you talking to Jack?
Well, I'm talking to Jack on the video camera and you in the room. For real. Welcome to the real world. Is that the REEL world? No, I know. Nina hates it when Mum says, welcome to the real world. So what world do you think I've been living in, Mum? And amazing. No wonder these have been popular. Courage. Nothing is impossible. Even the lifeboat station project itself is not impossible with courage. Oh, this is an interesting book, isn't it? Yes, I was looking through this just before we went to the boat last, and see the article about you, and of course the article about you is the most interesting thing. But the whole book's just lovely, isn't it? What a nice thing, and what a nice thing to be featured in. Gosh, this is just beautiful. I shall enjoy reading the whole thing. And here, of course, a copy of the Lifeboat magazine featuring yours truly, yourself. So I thought that was you for a minute, but of course it's not. No, it's not. But this is about you here. Northern Exposure. Anyway, these were just absolutely wonderful presents. Thank you very, very much. We're going to make up a little parcel of stuff for you, which will be not nearly so interesting, and we'll fill it. we'll fill the very same box with some things from here and send it back to you shortly. Thank you very much, and as they say, our people will be in touch with your people. Bye, Jack. Bye for now. Of course, the Belafonte. How could I forget?